To most, this may look like nothing more than a forgotten vacant lot. But inside the building just across from it, there's a man who sees something very different. He sees a way to fight disease and improve health worldwide.
I see a large level 3 biocontainment facility, which will be unique in the world, which will allow us to do very novel, unique studies to understand how different disease-causing organisms actually cause disease and how we can control them.
Lorne Babiak's dream is to build an international vaccine center called intervac on the University of Saskatchewan campus in Saskatoon. The $110 million facility would be one of the largest vaccine research facilities in North America and uniquely designed to respond to diseases that threaten animal and human health worldwide. It's an ambitious undertaking, but don't try telling Lorne Babiak it's expensive.
Well, if you think that research is expensive, you should try disease.
Consider the SARS outbreak of 2003, which caused 800 deaths worldwide, a small figure as pandemics go.
But it cost the global economy $100 billion. Can you imagine how much research we could have done for $100 billion?
If anyone is poised to make an international vaccine center a reality, it's Lorne Babiak. He's one of the country's top infectious disease researchers, a leading recipient of Canadian Institutes of Health research grants, an officer of the Order of Canada, and for the last 22 years, he's been building VIDO, the University of Saskatchewan-owned vaccine and infectious disease organization. VIDO scientists have developed more than 70 patented new vaccine technologies and have broken through with 5 important world firsts. One was the world's first genetically engineered vaccine for shipping fever, a form of pneumonia in cattle. Another world first, which is more than standing the test of time, is a vaccine for scours, a form of diarrhea in calves.
We developed a vaccine, and it's still, 20 years later, this is one of the best-selling vaccines in the cattle industry to control scours.
Recently, VIDO made headlines again when the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation awarded Lorne Babiak $5.6 million American, that's roughly 6.9 million Canadian, to come up with new ways of delivering vaccines to babies in developing countries.
We're looking now at developing novel delivery systems so that we don't have to use needles.
According to Babiak, a facility like Intervac could build on the expertise and experience of VIDO, as well as on its international ties to researchers and companies around the world. It could attract and retain top scientists, help train the next generation of vaccine researchers, like postdoctoral researcher Marianella Lopez, and draw on the existing strengths of the University of Saskatchewan.
We have access to the College of Medicine here. We have access to Western College of Veterinary Medicine. We have access to College of Pharmacy, to Agriculture, and Innovation Place. We call this a life sciences cluster.
What's more, Intervac would be able to handle diseases that VIDO can't. It would be specially constructed to safely handle what are known as level 3 pathogens that can cause diseases like SARS, West Nile virus, and avian influenza. Another level 3 pathogen that Intervac would be equipped to study is tuberculosis, a disease of poverty which is currently a major health problem in the Aboriginal community.
A lot of people think tuberculosis is a thing of the past. Well, that's not true. Last year, there were more people died from tuberculosis than in any other year in the history of the world.
But beyond studying diseases that are already here, Lorne Babiak believes it's more crucial than ever to look beyond borders.
Infectious diseases do not carry passports. And that's why it's very important to be able to understand diseases that may not actually even be here today.
So International Vaccine Center is intended to help us in Saskatchewan, but across the country, to develop our capacity as Canadians to respond to infectious disease. That's why it's so important. It's very, very important.
As the vaccine research at VIDO continues, so does Lorne Babiak's planning for Intervac. Planning that could open an entirely new chapter in vaccine research and help the world see what Lorne Babiak already sees out his window.
If we can develop better vaccines or delivery systems for vaccines, it'll benefit society around the world.
For Research News at the University of Saskatchewan, I'm Jennifer Weber.